I accidentally got petty revenge on two ex-friends who made my life hell by working for Nintendo. I'm queer, and this story starts back when I was first coming out. My best friend at the time, Ginny, was the very first person I ever told. We'd been close since middle school and were in college by then. We both grew up in conservative families, so coming out felt terrifying, but I trusted her completely. To my relief, she seemed immediately accepting. Her opinion meant everything to me, and that was enough for where I was at. I wasn't ready to come out to anyone else yet, not even her boyfriend, who I also trusted. She promised she wouldn't tell anyone. Not long after that, another guy in our friend group, Ben, privately admitted he had feelings for me. I turned him down gently and honestly. I told him I was already in a relationship, true, and that I wasn't ready to talk about my sexuality publicly. I also promised not to tell the rest of the group because I knew they'd tease him and it wasn't anyone else's business. He thanked me and I thought that was the end of it. It wasn't. Over the next few months, Ginny's behavior toward me completely changed. She became distant, blunt, and dismissive, brushing me off, pretending not to hear me, acting annoyed when I spoke. It was so out of character that it immediately set off alarm bells. I kept replaying everything in my head, trying to figure out what I'd done wrong. Nothing made sense. Eventually, even Ben started acting strange toward me. At the time, school was overwhelming, so I tried to ignore it and focus on my studies. Then I found out Ginny had broken up with her boyfriend, and shortly after, she and Ben started dating. Suddenly, things clicked, but not in a way that actually explained the hostility. Ginny knew I wouldn't have dated Ben. She knew I was seeing a woman, so why was I being iced out? That's when things escalated. The two of them started treating me like garbage together. Constant little jobs, talking badly about me to mutual friends, trying to get me excluded from a group trip we'd already planned because they didn't want me there. My friend group, people I'd been close with for years, started collapsing almost overnight. When my long-distance girlfriend came to visit and I brought her to group hangouts, Ginny and Ben even started making comments about her. That's when I went from sad to angry. I eventually learned the truth. Ginny had outed me to Ben after he confessed his feelings to her. Not only that, she told her previous boyfriend too. I found out because he casually mentioned it in conversation, assuming he already knew it was supposed to be a secret. He had no idea it was supposed to be a secret. All of this happened while I was also dealing with my parents' sudden divorce and living alone for the first time in college. I was overwhelmed, isolated, and deeply hurt. The silver lining was that I learned very quickly who my real friends were, and who absolutely weren't. Now for the accidental karma. This was right before the Nintendo Switch launched. Our group used to play Smash Bros. All the time, practicing for Ultimate. I mained Game & Watch and joked one day about how easy a cosplay would be, just a black bodysuit with cardboard hands, feet, and head. I didn't think much of it afterwards. Around that time, I just started working in the video game industry. At the last minute, I was asked to help staff a Nintendo booth at a major gaming convention. The Switch was being showcased, and one of the games I'd worked on was featured. Nintendo covered everything, flights, hotel, the whole week. While I was literally sitting on the plane about to take off, I got a text from Ben. I'd forgotten he even had my number. "Are you going to the gaming convention?" I replied, "Yep, I'll be working there." Then I put my phone on airplane mode. Turns out, Ben and Ginny had spent hundreds, possibly thousands of dollars to fly themselves to that same convention. Not only that, they had made my exact cosplay idea and planned to take photos there to show off. Apparently, the trip was a disaster for them. They waited in massive lines, avoided areas they thought I might be working, and burned through money the entire time. Meanwhile, I had free lodging, early access to the show floor, including testing the Switch before launch, and got invited to industry parties with developers and major studios. After that, they never pulled anything like that again. Ginny dumped Ben shortly after I got engaged, and I haven't spoken to either of them since. Looking back, the whole situation forced me to come out on my own terms, to my friends, my parents, everyone, because I refused to let rumors control my life. That part at least gave me my power back. It was a long time ago, and I've healed a lot. Sometimes I think about Ginny and wonder if we could have had an honest conversation someday. We used to joke that no guy would ever come between us. I guess that's why it hurt so much when one did.